Fall harvest continues at a pace ahead of an average year, but how are those yields looking? Here's a crop-by-crop rundown.
We got a lot of winter wheat that's already been planted and emerged. The biggest thing is that dry September, I think, really helped guys get, field work done, not getting too much equipment stuck. We didn't need to rely on dump carts like we have in recent years.
Some bigger rains in the summer had the soybean crop looking thin, and agronomists had concerns about mold.
They've really filled in the gaps, and beans do a good job of filling in where the sunlight is shining. So I'm hearing a lot of bean yields that I'm surprised with myself, and it turned out to be a pretty good year.
If you're looking at some tall alfalfa fields and contemplating another cut,
you want your alfalfa to be able to grow enough that it's got a blanket and that it's putting reserves back into its root system, or it didn't have time to draw out of your root system. And the biggest thing is you got to weigh out, what the price of alfalfa is, where your inventory's at, and if it's the right thing for the health of your stand. So if you have 2 feet of regrowth out there, but the bags are full, your bunker's full, your silo's full, and you're going to spend the time and money to go out there and harvest, is it worth the risk of potential winter kill? So you really got to evaluate where your inventory's at. But I would be cautious in some late, some fall alfalfa cuts.
The smooth fall is also giving farmers the chance to get cover crops established.
A lot of times when you get a cold or a wet fall and we get planted late, you really didn't get to see the benefits. But harvest is 75% wrapped up or so, give or take, but there's still a lot of green fields right now from winter wheat, rye, and other sorts of cover crops that have been planted. So, this was definitely a good fall to at least get some in.
And with strong yields, farmers are willing to get creative, including some who tried new weed management techniques like interseeding cover crops into corn. Some farmers even tested the idea of planting an alfalfa stand among the stalks.
Bunkers are full this year, so there's not really that pressure to make sure we're putting up cow feed, and allows for a little bit more innovation. So it'll be interesting to see what ideas come up and what ideas get implemented.
And when it comes to field pests, agronomists say they're finding army worms in a few spots locally. They are a bigger problem in southern Wisconsin.